2 tips for you to stop being a bully to yourself. We're going to cover these 2 tips together, and then at the very end, we have something exciting. I'm going to present you all with an offer that you can invest in to help you step into your power, to help you step into your radiance, to help you step into more confidence, to more love within yourself, and ultimately experiencing more ease and more happiness, because that's one of the best feelings I think we can experience in this lifetime, that you deserve, that I deserve, that we all deserve. So 2 ways, 2 tips for you to stop being a bully to yourself. Why is this important? Well, the way that we talk to ourselves is important. Whether we realize it or not, whether we think that it's woo-woo or fake or not, it's important. Because ultimately it's how you feel about yourself, how you look at yourself in the mirror, whether you avoid the mirror or not, whether you smile in the mirror or not, whether you're happy in life or not. It's all based on these thoughts that we believe about ourselves and what we continuously tell ourselves time and time and time again. So if we continuously tell ourselves that we're an idiot, that we're fat, that we're stupid, that we have to go to school in order to do this thing, that we need to do this in order to be successful, that we can't do it, that we're a failure, that we're ugly, we're going to start believing that. And 9 times out of 10, you already believe that. And this isn't your fault. I don't think it's anyone's fault. I think it's lies and stories that we've been told and passed down from time and time and time and time and time again to keep people stuck in looking at the negative of what's wrong with them, air quotes. When in actuality, what if nothing is wrong with you? Now, of course, there are ways that we can improve. It's not saying that we're these perfect, wonderful, awesome beings, and we are awesome and we are wonderful beings. I think that improvement is important. There's always room for growth. But when we're constantly a bully in our own lives, think about when we go to school. If you had a bully growing up, let's say, for example, or just that one kid or one group, whatever it was, that you just felt uncomfortable by. Think about how nervous you felt, how you avoided them, how you didn't want to go. How are you that to you? And maybe you don't realize it or not. Your words are important. How you talk to yourself is important. Because how you talk to yourself shapes your life. It shapes what you think you can do. It shapes what you think you can't do. And ultimately, as I had heard from a coworker in my life, ultimately both end up being true. Whichever you believe, you believe. So, let's debunk this and let's talk about 2 tips to help you feel more ease, to help you feel more peace, and to stop being the bully in your life. To stop being mean to yourself. Your mind, one of the reasons why you overthink, your mind likes to problem solve. So it's going to fixate on something. This is where worry can come in, or overthinking about the school or your kids or your husband or your spouse, your partner, the properties, the money, Like, this is where that comes from, because our mind likes to think, our mind likes to problem solve, it likes to move in that way. When you give it something negative, that's what it's going to want to problem solve. When you're constantly telling yourself, I can't afford it, I'm poor, I'm fat, I can't do this, my life is so hard, I'm struggling so severely. Like, and there are, you know, instances and moments, not discrediting that there is not, you know, people who are suffering and going through hard, challenging times in the world, because there are. It's when you look at your life and when you actually take a step back and see and feel within yourself, okay, life is good right now, but I'm telling myself these lies that I feel like I've heard, or these lies that I've heard over time, in order to really focus on the negative. So what if taking this overthinking that you're experiencing and turn it into, to the best of your ability, it's gonna feel hard and it's going to feel weird at first, but turning that into thinking about the positive in your life, thinking about what you intentionally want to think about, intentionally want to believe. So telling yourself, I'm ripped, athletic, healthy, I have clear, beautiful, tight skin, I have a clear-cut jaw, I am powerful, I love myself, I am amazing, I'm being led by God. When you tell yourself more of these empowering thoughts, it's going to feel like lies at first. It's going to feel weird at first, especially if you're so used to telling yourself more negative things. These more positive aspects are going to feel weird at first. But eventually, as you repeat them, and I recommend multiple times a day, as you repeat them multiple times a day, your mind starts to look for ways to prove that that is right. To prove that that, and I don't like the right and wrong, but to prove that that is what you believe. To prove that that is happening in your life. To prove that that is what will happen in your life. So, 2 tips to stop being so mean to yourself is to start telling yourself more. First one, start telling yourself more helpful things, helpful thoughts that you want to believe about yourself. Start being kind to yourself. Think about a younger version of you, or think about your own child or a child that you know. Would you say the things that you would say to them in a mirror? No. Would you say those things to, well, you could, but I was going to say, would you say those things to God? Would you say those things to your best friend? So notice the way that you talk to yourself, even under your breath, and start to reframe that into more helpful thoughts. It's all about bringing awareness first, because that's one of the first pieces of it, is just having awareness. And when you have awareness, you can then change. So one of the first ones, changing your thoughts, thinking about how you would speak to a younger version of you, or your own child, or a child you know. And start speaking to yourself with that love, with that grace. And that you're doing the best you can. For so many of you, before I go on to the next piece, for so many of you, you're doing the best that you can. And so can you give yourself that love? Can you give yourself that grace that you are doing the best that you can? really just holding yourself and sitting with yourself in that love, in that peace. And that leads me to the next part of inviting God in your life. Leaning more on God. In anything that you do. Asking God for wisdom, asking God for support. Asking God for peace. I heard my pastor, Pastor Tori, talk about this past weekend, or this past week. I listened to it because I was at the beach, which is why my hair is a little bit blonde. And he talked about how God loves you no matter what. And God will welcome you with open arms every time. Every time, no matter what you've done, no matter what you've said to yourself, no matter how your life looks and feels, like God will always welcome you. I think regardless how you identify, regardless of what you believe, God loves you. He created you. And there's certain reasons why you go through different things in life in order to have the journey and the wisdom and to be and become the person that you're meant to become. And it's not a finalized, this is who you're meant to be. It's a becoming throughout the journey of your life, which I'm still learning as well. So 2 tips to start experiencing more ease, peace, kindness, and happiness in your life is to give yourself love. Think about how you would speak to a younger child, to the younger version of you, to your own child. And start talking with God. And if any of that feels awkward, I encourage you to just be real with yourself, to be honest with yourself. And that can feel weird too. But just allowing yourself, even if it's for a moment, allowing yourself to just be honest about how you feel. To be honest about what's coming up for you. To be honest about life. And I recommend bringing it to God because He will discipline you. And first He'll save you from what I've learned. And then He'll discipline you into being the person that He wants you to be. Who He's called you to be. So give yourself love, give yourself grace that you're not perfect. And that you can show up as you. And that stems from loving yourself. That stems from respecting yourself. That stems from having confidence without makeup on because you love yourself. And wearing makeup if you want to because you want to feel beautiful and sexy. Because you feel beautiful and sexy in both and want to express different parts of you. And that gets to be okay. It doesn't have to be either or. It gets to be all the above. You don't have to choose. So, we created, and as I mentioned in the beginning of this, I'm going to share this with you guys now. We created a LTO. We created an offer, mini offer that's going to lead to something bigger. We created a detox. We created the I'm too old, I'm too late detox. So if you find yourself repeating those unhelpful thoughts within yourself, if you find yourself being mean to yourself, beating yourself up, feeling like more is out there for you, you're really ready to be respected, to be heard, to be seen, to be loved, to be appreciated in your life, and to no longer be the constant doormat, to finally start saying the things that you want to say, and also with grace and love for yourself and other people. This is for you. It's for you to try. It's for you to experience. It's for you to experience more ease, more confidence, more power, more happiness, more joy. So to grab this mini offer, you can comment detox, me or my team, my VA, or someone from the team will go ahead and reach out to you and send this your way. And I just hope, again, that you feel this coming from, especially this wave now, that this is more coming from my heart. And I hope that this nourishes you and allows you to experience the ease, peace, happiness, power, confidence, love. Oh, the love that you crave, deserve, and desire. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful day. It's officially launched today. Let us know how you enjoy it. And I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful day. Have a nice one.